Hello, and welcome to today's daily run. It looks like we're starting in space today, which is always nice. There are usually a lot of cool and interesting mons you don't really get to see most of the runs, because space, I think, is one of the hardest biomes to find, if I'm not mistaken, like one of the rarest or something. Anyway, how are you guys? I am here trying to catch this Meteor just because I love Meteor. You've probably seen a couple of my past runs where I absolutely destroyed everything with this little ball, so I snapped that little guy for the team, so we can just go ahead and move on. I don't really feel I'll be catching a lot of mons here because I'm seeing a lot of psychic types, and I don't really want a pure psychic type or anything like that, but hey, maybe. Anyway, they gave us a Linoone from Galar, which is amazing. I mean, this thing is a monster. It pretty much, I think for the first like 20 floors or something, it does a bunch of work. Like, pretty much carries really hard. I highly recommend you keep this. They also gave us a Finizen, which is amazing, Palafin is really overpowered now that Zero to Hero works properly, so that's gonna be interesting. Anyway, we're just getting through the first trainer of the run. As you can see, it's pretty easy. She has a lot of like unevolved mons and whatnot, and I managed to snag a Sacred Ash early, which is nice, I managed to revive all of my team, and now I'm just switching around some items because I saw that someone had a Black Glass earlier, and I want that on Linoone. Pretty much everything on Linoone by this point. Also, how amazing it is that I dove and it exploded. Like, oh, that felt so good. Like, it's amazing. I hate exploding mons so much. Anyway, I am going to try to catch this Methane just because, like, it's really hard not to, honestly. I know that the final boss is Heatran, and as you guys probably know already because of the title and the thumbnail, and I actually have to admit something. I am doing this for a second time because I was recording yesterday as soon as the daily run reset, and I had to take a break in the middle to do something around the house. I don't really remember what. I think it was some chores or something. And then when I came back, I just forgot to hit record and did the rest of the run without recording. So I only had recorded up to floor 25. And yeah, I just decided to start everything over again because I cleared the run, so I had lost the save. So yeah. But anyway, I think I do pretty similar stuff right here. Of course, my team is better prepared for Heatran because now I know that it's Heatran, and the first time I don't know, like I didn't know. And yeah, as I said, I'm doing a bunch of work. We are at the ancient ruins now, so we'll be seeing, still be seeing a lot of psychic types, maybe some rock types. I don't know. Seems like LGMs, but anyway, really free and quick experience for the whole team. This run is like one of the quickest and fastest I've ever done. I think maybe, even though the game crashed a lot, but yeah. Here's the second trainer of the run. He has a pretty diverse team, like nothing like fully evolved or whatnot, but if you don't manage correctly your typings, it could be in a bit of a bind here because it has some fast mons that hit kind of hard, like Rovile. Charcadet, it's pretty much useless. Pretty much the equivalent to Toxel. It's useless until it evolves. So yeah, speaking of evolutions, we have an Obstagoon right now, so things are looking amazing for us. Like, we have really decent stabs on it, and if I'm not mistaken, it got Reckless when it evolved, so that's gonna be doing a bunch of damage with Takedown and Double Edge once it learned those. And yeah, I'm just switching around, trying to manage the typings. This Onyx is really annoying, and this Grovyle as well, but now that I have an Obstagoon, I just switch into it and finish off the rest of the team pretty easily by just spamming a lot of Night Slashes. I gotta remember to use an Ether or something before the boss, because it's probably gonna be a Psychic type gym leader, knowing the game. And right here, I take Low Kick over Rest because I know that the boss is obviously weak to fighting types, since it's Heatran. And yeah, I'm gonna try my best to prepare better than I did, because honestly, I did manage to win, but it was like a kind of a weird win where it missed like 2 moves in a row, and that's why I won. I wouldn't have won otherwise. So yeah, right here I'm seeing a lot of other fighting type moves for Obstagoon, but I already got the low kick, so I grabbed Glare on Drampa just to have some sort of reliable, status moves to make things easier to catch and also to slow things down if I need to. And Metang is learning Psychic, which I don't really care for on it, honestly. It has like really lower special attack when compared to its physical attack. And look at that, I dove and it exploded again. Like, that is amazing. I love seeing that. And also Finizen is pretty much gonna be evolving soon, I think. And by the way, here's the first gym leader of the run. It's gonna be Tate, not Liza. I was kind of confused right there. I didn't remember who it was. But yeah, pretty much switched into Obstagoon and I'm gonna be Night Slashing everything. If it dies, I have a really fast Dolphin that, transforms into a huge buff man. And can punch everything, so won't be having troubles here. Honestly, the team they gave us pretty much... I'm not gonna say guarantee, but like it makes the run pretty easy to deal with. Like you can see, I don't even have a full team yet by floor 21. By the way, we are at the mountains now. And honestly, I'm not gonna be catching this obviously because Heatran. Would have been nice to have Leech Seed actually, but I don't think that thing would have survived enough. Anyway, but I'm seeing a lot of flying types. Nothing really I'm interested in catching. I grabbed the Twisted Spoon from a tank just because it's hard not to. And yeah, in case you're new to the game or don't really know some of the boss's passives, you can't hit Heatran with ground type moves because it has the passive Earth Eater, like the same ability that Earthworm has. In the sense it's pretty much like Water Absorb or Volt Absorb. So if you hit it with ground type moves, you're gonna restore its health and it's immune to it. So it sucks because it's like it's quad weakness and it would have been so nice. I think that's why they gave Heatran this passive maybe. But yeah, you can try to spam water and fighting types, which it's what I'm gonna be trying to do. On later floors like 35 or something, I start thinking about switching around my team to be better suited for Heatran, since I don't really know what's gonna be coming up because I did switch through routes. But anyway, we'll get to it when we get to it. Here's the trainer for this segment, and honestly, it's a fighting type gym leader, shouldn't be that tough, but the amount of damage this Lucario is doing to me with, what's the name, a Focus Blast, like, terrible. But anyway, we did finish it off. It had a Pancham and some other stuff, and it doesn't anymore. So I grabbed the Mushroom. I think I teach Palafin back Jet Punch, which is not technically teaching it back since it never learned. But yeah, that's why it's good. It's immensely powerful, really high physical attack with a 60 base power stab priority move. Everything is gonna be dead, basically. Anyway, a lot of Fearos, like, not gonna be choosing this, like, pretty much for anything, I think. But yeah, a lot of double battles as well, which I don't care for at all. If you know me, if you've been around for a little bit, you know I hate double battles in daily runs just for the fact that they always gang up and kill me in some sort of way near the final boss. But hey, we have a Metagross now, so Hammer Arm instead of Takedown, I'll take that. Its move pool, it's pretty trash right now, honestly. But we will learn Meteor Mash soon, I think, and then I think it's decent enough. Not gonna be using it in a final boss anyway, just having it for backup until we get there. And another Pidgeot, like, really? And I got rid of Extrasensory for Hyper Voice just because I have a Psychic type, so don't really need a Psychic coverage move on Drampa. And right here, I'm debating what to get rid of because I really want Ice Punch for coverage. And I do get rid of Flip Turn. I don't think you should do that if you're, like, building the same team I am. You probably should have gotten rid of Aqua Tail, just because, you know, Jet Punch is really strong and fast. Like, I don't even think it needs Aqua Tail, and whatever. It learns Wave Crash later as well, which is nice. And yeah, the gym leader for the mountain is Skyla, and I almost didn't get to say anything because it died really quickly to Meteor. Just spammed like Power Gem like 4 times and it died. Anyway, here's the path change I chose. I chose the Volcano just to see if I can catch something with Flash Fire, and this Ninetales pops up, and I'm gonna try to catch it just to have something to switch a little bit around. Even though it can't do anything to Heatran, I can switch into fire moves and force Heatran to go for something else, maybe. I don't know. I'm not really sure what I'm doing right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep the Ninetales for now. And yeah, I would have loved an Incineroar, but it's not gonna be doing anything. Neither is Camerupt, so yeah. Honestly, Palafin has a pretty nice time here. Like, most of the time, I don't even need its final form. Like, not final form, but the Zero to Hero form. Just because things are, it's a decent mon. Like, of course, it's incredibly broken with its ability, but it's a decent mon on its own. So yeah, it takes care of this Arcanine pretty nicely. And this one had Intimidate, I saw that, so not gonna be trying to put it on the team. And we have a trainer battle with a Fire Breather. So yeah, pretty much Palafin is gonna be doing everything, I believe. And like right here, I immediately like regretted getting rid of Flip Turn just because I could have done so much damage and switched it back in and whatever. We learned from our mistakes, so don't do what I did. But anyway, I did grab Wave Crash for maximum damage on Heatran because honestly, Palafin was the thing that made me pretty much win, like the run that I didn't record. So you're just gonna have to take my word for it. When have I ever lied to you guys? Constantly, maybe, I don't know. Here was a Rapidash, and I just grabbed the X accuracy. Don't really want anything else. Here's a Flareon, another Flash Fire mon if you don't want a Ninetales, or if you just want more Flash Fire mons on your team. But keep in mind, Heatran also has Flash Fire, so you can't use fire moves against it. So yeah, bring a Flash Fire mon that can hit it with something. If this Salazzle has Corrosion, you can try to Toxic Heatran or something, since it can Toxic like Steel types and everything. But yeah, I didn't really feel like trying to go for it, and more double battles with big scary mons. And honestly, this biome was really easy and I loved it for that. But anyway, we're gonna be saying goodbye to the volcano in our final battle with the gym leader, but not before going broke trying to reroll something decent. I was trying to teach someone reversal just in case, but like it's not a good move at all. So yeah, here's gym leader Cabo, fire type gym leader. So Palafin is just gonna be having the nicest time here. I switch it around to go back into it with the Jet Punch and the Zero to Hero form. In that way I'm gonna be able to KO pretty much everything. But that doesn't even matter because Obstacle with Reckless and Double Edge is just ridiculously strong. It almost KO'd the Torkoal in one hit. So yeah, switch back into Palafin. Doesn't really care for the sun, like doesn't matter at all. So anyway, that was the last gym leader of the run. We're at the beach now, and honestly, this path I took is pretty better, I would say. It's pretty much better all around, I would say, than the other one. Just for the beach at the end, you can catch something viable to try to, take down Heatran faster. There are a lot of water mons popping up all around us, so we have some choices. I am gonna be catching this Quaquaval just because I love this mon. And honestly, I said we should stack up on water and fighting, and it's both. So I will be catching this. I'm just gonna get rid of Crawdon real quick, just so it doesn't do anything weird to my Meteor. Keeping in mind that I cannot, have the free heal. I already had the last one because we are at the final stretch of the run. So yeah, I catch Quaquaval pretty easily, and I do believe I'm getting rid of Metagross right here just because I am getting close to the boss, and I know that it's not gonna be doing anything at all, to Heatran. So yeah, I honestly, why is Kingler faster than Drumpa? Like, it's a crab. I know Drumpa is not fast, but it's a magical thing that flies. It feels weird to me, but here's where I wish I had a grass type, but I don't. And don't sleep on Drumpa. Like, its special attack is insanely high, especially with the Berserk boost it gets when it gets below half HP. And yeah, I died by Sushi right there, which was funny to me. Anyway, the last trainer of the run, we dealt with that, and we are able to revive Drumpa for the final boss. Here's just Starmie really fast and hit with Brine if you want to take it to Heatran, but keep in mind that Starmie doesn't learn anything by level up, so it's pretty terrible. Unless it has like Hydro Pump or something, I don't think it's worth it. And Wormadam, pretty much death trap to, baiting you into catching this and dying to Heatran. Don't go for it, don't fall for it. Unfortunately, I don't seem to be finding healing items for Jumper. I am gonna be spoiling to you that I don't manage to heal Jumper up, so I never got like the glare and the paralysis, so that made things a lot harder than they should. So yeah, try to plan better than I did because I was so worried with moves and other stuff and healing other mons, and I forgot about good old Drumpa. So not gonna be able to paralyze. Also, this thing looks shiny. Why does it look shiny? If that's a shiny and they didn't tell me, I'm gonna be pissed. Because I KO'd it and it looks pretty green to me. I don't know, it looks lighter as well. Anyway, here's Heatran. Just gonna be, you know, dealing a bunch of damage to it, wave crashing like crazy. I get one wave crash with Quaquaval because I get speed boost by items and I can't do anything. Obstacle gets a couple of low kicks in. Unfortunately, the bar is not quite down yet, so Palafin won't be able to take it out because it gets burned, so Wave Crash doesn't KO it, but you know, it's gonna be pretty easy to finish it off. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for tomorrow's daily run. Bye bye!